Hey everyone, sorry for taking so long to get on this part 2. I got kind of sick there. I'm still kind of sick, so bear with me, but let's get into it. So just for a little recap here, like I said, everything that this girl has ever spoken, whenever her mouth moves, whenever words come out of it, it's always been false. It's always been a lie. It's always been greatly exaggerated and just completely false. So that's all I really know from her when she talks. But I just didn't think that someone would go as far as to lying about something so serious. Like, it's disgusting, and it invalidates the actual victims that actually have went through something like that. And I just think that's just, this girl needs mental help. I really, really honestly believe she does. Now, before you guys all go, you don't know, you just don't know if it's true or not. This right here is the tip of the iceberg, which basically says it all, really, because later on that night, her mom showed up. Now, when her mom showed up, I was outside, my throat's going, with my dogs at the time having a smoke. She came up to me and she, words from her own mouth, said she's worried about her daughter. She thinks she's sleeping with people for money. That she's doing drugs, and she mentioned the whole thing. But here's where I'm like, okay, this is obviously like another one of her little stories. Okay, I had to take my glasses off because it kept looking like I was looked like I was cockeyed or something for a minute there. Okay, so her mom brought up the but her mom said that she told her it happened days before she told me it happened, when she told me it happened that same night, morning, whatever you want to call it, and that it was just one person, not one person plus the other 4. So I was like, ugh, really? Okay, well, this is odd. Now, remember when I said that she reeked like booze and she's likes to drink like almost every day kind of thing? Well, we got into like a little heated argument because she wasn't making any sense, and because I was sleeping and my doorbell was going ding 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 ding, and I know who rings the doorbell like that, but I didn't get out of bed really quick. And when I did, it was 20 minutes after that had happened, and I said, hey, were you just here? And she goes, no. And then I send her a picture of herself ringing my doorbell, standing at my door, and I say, are you sure? Because this really looks like you. She's got your purse, your sweater, everything like that. What the fuck? No, that's not me. And I'm like, bitch, are we fucking for real again? Like I said, you cannot win with this chick. Anyways, during that heated argument, she ended up telling me the name of the person who did this. She's like, you want to know who did this to me? You want to know who did this to me? Blah, 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 did this to me. So after her mom had said this to me, I was like, okay, I know some of these people, like, from way back in the day. I'm just going to simply, like, find out, right? So I just asked. The response I got was, all that girl does is message me and ask me for money. So right there, I was like, this 65 bucks, this is all you're worth. I'm like, obviously this wasn't obviously it is what her mom thinks and what she's also been saying this probably for a while now. That's probably what it is. I don't know why she would flip the narrative and make it into something this serious, because like I said, it invalidates the real victims that have actually went through it, and that's disturbing and disgusting, and it's just not right, and that makes me furious. Not only that, but this poor guy has like kids, like a family, like his own company, like doing very well for himself. Like, if she's going around saying this to people, the name and everything like that, when she's all drunk and hammered, and that could potentially ruin his reputation, might get his kids taken away, might, like, you know what I mean? People might not want to work with him, like, company-wise, might not want to call his company. Like, it could affect him in so many ways, which is not right, because so many girls cry wolf when it comes to, and I'm not saying all girls, I'm not condoning this at all. I was in a domestic relationship, trust me. But sometimes there are people, men and women included, that abuse the privilege, and then, you know, the guy suffers when he didn't really do anything, or the girl suffers and she didn't really do anything. And this is like one of those situations. Like, she needs to wake up and realize that, like, not just because you want attention and you want to make everybody feel bad for you, or like whatever it is that you want your, like, I don't know what it is that she has to make these stories up, but like all it's made her out to be and look like is just a pathological liar and just someone that nobody wants to associate with. Not only that, but she was wearing the same clothes for like, I don't even know how many days straight. So if she went over there to get, it's like she probably smelled. No, sorry to say, but like she wears the same clothes every flippin' day. And I'm not even just saying that, she literally does. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows it as her signature look because that's all she wears. And you know why she wears it? Because I was told her ex-boyfriend bought her it, and she's still, I don't even know, that's a whole nother story. A whole nother story. Obsessed with him and his girlfriend, his current girlfriend, who she doesn't, yeah, it's just a whole nother story. Anyways, so I confronted her on this, and like, she didn't like that, blacked out. Oh, does it get real good though? She didn't like that I caught her in a lie, called her out on it, told her mom my side of the story, and we compared stories and whatever. Yeah, just bottom line is she lied about something serious that she shouldn't have. And it made me look at her a whole lot differently. Like, I knew her as a liar, obviously, but now I know her as like a really bad pathological liar who lies about things that she shouldn't lie about, and I don't want any part of that, right? So this is where it gets really funny, but it's like not so much into as like the story started out. Actually, you know what, maybe I'll just make a new one with this particular incident. So let's just say police showed up at my door. Go check out part 3.